new attendance policy that the company wants to roll out come January 1st, 2015. The company's put out some information on what their planned policy is and to take effect on January 1st. All I'm going to say on that specific topic is that the bargaining team and the union are going to be looking at this policy very, very closely to see if there is any impact on members as well as the collective agreement as a whole. This is something that we're going to do as soon as possible. So what I've done is I've gotten the bargaining team some union leave for December 17th, and I have a meeting scheduled with our national representative and our local president to discuss the impact of the policy. I can't say what the outcome of that meeting is going to be just yet, for obvious reasons, but we're going to be looking closely at what this is going to mean for us. The second thing is I found out the other day that there's not going to be no secondary pay runs when it comes to cashed out lieu time. So basically, if you want to cash out some lieu days you have in the bank and you want them on an off week, for example, a pay week or a week that we don't typically get paid, the run will only be done on our pay weeks, and the cashed out lieu time will be on our regular pay. So just something to watch out for with respect to how we handle our lieu time, because obviously it's going to increase the amount of tax deductions that are on our pay. So that's something that we need to watch out for. The local has some elections coming up for two positions. The first one is the vice president, and the second one is a trustee position with the unit. The nomination boxes for this election will be open at the hall December 12th, 2014, from 9 a.m. to Friday, December 19th to 3:30 p.m. Pre-vote will be held January 16th, 2015, from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Unifor Hall on Bunting Road. The workplace votes will be mid-January, but we don't have an exact date of when that's going to be, so stay tuned for that. Now, the hall vote itself is for those folks that were unable to vote at the workplaces. So the vote will be at the Unifor Hall on 123 Bunting Road, Wednesday, January 21st, 2015, from 7:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and from 5:30 p.m. to 6:10 p.m. So yeah, that's for some a fairly substantial position in the union. The big change for the vice president spot is that the local wants to make that a part-time position. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but which kind of leads me into my next point. We have a general membership meeting scheduled for December 17th, 2014. Now, the location for that meeting is upstairs in the office section of the hall. It's not in the larger portion, banquet hall section, because we don't own that anymore. This meeting is important because we're going to be discussing some major changes to the local bylaws, something that hasn't been done in our union or in our unit for quite some time. So if one of the big changes is changes to the position of the vice president. So if people want to come out and start coming out to meetings, then this would be a good one for you to come out to, because some pretty big changes are going to be discussed. So if you want to download your own copy of the proposed changes to the bylaws, you can download them from the Unifor Local 199 website. So some little bit of news there for you. One thing I want to point out with the let's back up to the attendance policy. When there's situations happened where items were discussed in one of our briefings with the management staff, and it was brought forward that some of the policies that are being created were with the as a result of a labor management committee meeting that was had with the employer. I've already discussed this with the one of our department manager with respect to how the information was relayed to the members. I just want to make it clear that when we had that meeting, that there was no really input from the union on how the company was going to relay information to the officers. There was no agreement made, let's say, at these meetings to create this policy or any sort of we didn't have any input into the creation of the policy. Let's put it that way. The company just proposed it as a package of what their intentions were. The union asked some questions about how they plan to interpret the policy. The company responded to those, and they're obviously going ahead with their implementation of their policy. So the implication or the miscommunication that this was somehow agreed to by the union is not accurate, and it's been addressed with the company and hopefully to the satisfaction of all parties. So, but again, as I said, we have a meeting scheduled with the bargaining team, or the bargaining committee rather, and the national representative as well as our local president for December 17th, 2014. So we're going to be out of the workplace the entire day to discuss this issue and hopefully come out with the union's hopefully come out with some more information for you from the union's perspective. Okay. Thanks. I hope to do more of these videos, so stay tuned. Let me know if you like them or don't like them, or if you want to see something different, just let me know that too. Okay? It's Jack Profit signing off. We'll talk to you later.